Hey friends, and welcome to the Paparazzi Stars podcast. Here we chat about all things paparazzi. Tips, tricks, suggestions, and weekly challenges. All to help you grow and explode your paparazzi accessories business to rock star success. Hey rock stars, and welcome back to the Paparazzi Star podcast. I am your host, Anya Bohm, and today I am so excited to welcome to the call Crystal Nemeth. She is one of paparazzi's elite leaders and honestly one of my favorite people, and you will see why here in just a minute. Before we get into the interview, though, don't forget to head on over to paparazzistars.com/crystal for all of today's show transcript, the recording so that you can re-listen or share it with your teammates or friends, and a special call image that you're going to have to go over there and check out. So again, that's paparazzistars.com/crystal. So let's jump into the interview for today. Let me tell you a little bit about Crystal. Crystal is an executive producer with Paparazzi. That is the elite level. They hit that in March of 2016. She is Life of the Party Bronze, and she has been that since they introduced the Life of the Party Award. That's 2 years running. Crystal has reached Crown Club 25. Her team size is about 711. And in 2015, Crystal won Rock the Runway when we were out in Kentucky. So there is a necklace named the Crystal in the Z collection. If you're super lucky, they'll bring it back for one of the conventions and you'll be able to snag it. Because if you weren't there in 2015, you won't be able to snag it unless they bring it back. Crystal, did I leave anything out?
I think that's about it.
Awesome. Well, let's get started with the very first basic question. What got you started with paparazzi?
Well, I was on Facebook one day, and I happened to run across one of my sisters had actually liked the page Bling It On, and I saw that she liked it. I went and liked it, and I started reading some success stories from other consultants. And so that is how I got started with paparazzi, is by just reading other people's success stories.
Perfect. I love that. Now, what is your why? You told me in the pre-interview chat that it's changed a couple times. So maybe why did you start paparazzi and why do you do it now?
Okay, when I first got started paparazzi, I was a stay-at-home wife. I have always worked my whole entire life. So this was my first time staying at home. And let me tell you, it was killing me not being able to help financially in my household because I've always been used to taking care of everything. And so my husband was working every bit of overtime, making $10 an hour, and we were barely making ends meet. So I originally started to help financially, pay bills, buy groceries, put gas in the car. Over the years, it has changed multiple times. Now it's to help others find the success that they are looking for and help them be able to put food on the table for their kids. You know, I have single moms on my team who were having trouble with that at first. And so now it's really just to help others.
One of my favorite ones from Zig Ziglar, I think it says something like, when you help enough other people get what they want, then you'll get what you want. And that is exactly what you're just talking about, helping others get what they want so that you can get what you want, right?
Exactly.
Well, now we're going to take a bit of a shift. Now, this question I've gotten a little bit of flack from some of the other leaders because it is kind of a downer, but I think you know where we're going to go with it here in a minute. I want you to tell us the story of your worst paparazzi moment, that moment where you just were down in the dumps, everything seemed like it was against you, and you had to make a choice whether you were going to stay with it or not. So what is that worst moment?
Well, you know, I don't think we have any worse moments in life, period. So that would include paparazzi. I think that everything is a learning experience, and there have been times, and if someone tells you that there hasn't been times that they have contemplated on stopping their business, then they're probably not telling you the truth unless they're just really, really lucky. But, you know, I had a time where when I first started paparazzi, I hit director within 3 months. And then it took me a year and a half to hit premier director, and that was really, really discouraging for me. And I wasn't sure that this was something that I wanted to continue doing because I wasn't seeing the success that I was wanting to see. And so it was a down in my business. So I would have to say it would be that moment.
Was there a particular moment where you're like, oh, I've just tried so hard for the last, 18 months to hit this rank and it just didn't seem like it was coming together?
It did. There was. There were several, and it wasn't just one moment during those 18 months. Every month when you work so hard to do it, because in November my team got within 150 pieces of hitting Premier Director of my, that was my 4th month in. So that was really, really a downer not to hit that. And then after that, it was like I just did not progress any. Mm-hmm. So it was a learning experience.
Absolutely. What is the lesson that you want everybody listening to take from your experience?
To believe in yourself and continue to work hard. I could have utilized more of my upline, and I didn't. And that was my fault. Beating myself up was not helpful either. I should have found ways around it. And it took me 18 months to find those ways and start utilizing my upline and asking questions and asking for help. That is one thing about me, is I have trouble asking for help. And I've learned that if you want to be successful in your business, you have got to ask for help. And so when I started asking for help and getting different ideas from different people, I saw a change in my business. And I will tell you, I would not change those 18 months of my paparazzi business, because I was able to learn so much. After I left that convention, after that 18 months, my team came back, hit Premier Director and Executive Director. And then the following year in February, we turned around and became a producer team. And in November, we hit Premier Producer. And then in March of this past year, 2016, we became an Executive Producer team. It took me a lot longer than what I had anticipated for it to take me. But I will tell you, those 18 months was a learning lesson, the whole 18 months.
Now, when you say that you would have used your upline a little bit better, if somebody's listening and they're thinking, well, maybe I haven't used my upline, what would you tell them to do? Like, how would you say to use their upline a little bit more?
I would say to reach out, talk to your upline, let them know what your goals are in your business. Ask them for ideals and tips that can help you get to where you want to be within your organization. And when your upline tells you and gives you a challenge, don't tell them that you'll think about it or I don't know if I can do that. You have got to take these challenges from your upline, because they have been in the exact same spot where you are right now. We all work through each level exactly the same. And so take their challenges and be consistent with what they're telling you to do. Don't just take a challenge that they give you and do it that one time. Apply that to your business as a daily routine or weekly routine.
Ooh, I love that. Thank you. That was a great little tidbit. What is a habit that you have that contributes to your success?
Consistency. Consistency is huge, and believing in yourself. You have got to be consistent with your business. If you're not consistent with your business, your customers see that. If you're not positive in your business or, making positive posts, your customers see that. So you have got to be consistent.
You are really a shining example of the positivity and the consistency I see on your Facebook almost every day. It is so nice to have that positivity and that good, looking for that silver lining in everything, whether a piece sells out too fast and you didn't get what you wanted. Or next question, if you could suggest one thing to a consultant who is feeling stuck in their business, what would it be?
I would tell them to stop, rethink about what their why is, and go back to when they first started. Go back to when they first started. Remember that feeling of excitement that you got waiting on your starter kit. Ooh, and I'm getting chills talking about this. And remember why you started Paparazzi. Your why you started that is your story. Yes, your why changes over the time, but your original why is your paparazzi story. And think about the excitement, the level of excitement. What were you doing when you first started? Were you having more parties? Were you doing more events? And try to think about what you were doing in the beginning and rejuvenate it. And I recommend that you do a relaunch party because that really can, revamp your business.
I love what you said there about finding that passion, that excitement again, because if you can tap into that, it's naturally contagious, and people are going to want to host parties for you. They're going to want to join your business if you can tap into that. If there's like an underlying kind of grumpiness, that's not near as contagious as if you can tap back into that why and that passion, that excitement. People love that. What advice would you give to a brand new paparazzi consultant just getting started in their business?
I would tell them to make a list of everyone and individually message everyone, let them know that they have started this new amazing $5 jewelry business and they are so excited about it, and ask them if they would be willing to help you out and book as many parties as you can. And just be ready to have fun. Paparazzi is about having fun. And I'm telling you, we offer an incredible product at an incredible price. And if you have fun with it, you will find the success that you're looking for in your business.
That is totally perfect. And that even can be used with the person that's struggling. They can go back and make that list again and just tap into those people again. I do want to highlight one thing that you said, just in case our listeners get confused. She said individual messages, not massive group messages, not massive text messages, individual messages to your friends and family, because that is a lot more personal and you're going to get a lot better results from that. So don't think that we said mass group text message or Facebook message people, because that's not how it works. That's not what brings that personal attention to your business, right, Crystal?
Exactly, and each message should be a little bit personalized to that person, and it can be you going on their Facebook page and saying, oh, I just wanted to tell you, I saw that Brian had all A's last month. Congratulations. Make your messages personal to that person, because I promise you, our business is about building relationships, and that will be a huge plus.
And you won't get thrown in Facebook jail, which is an added bonus. So
yes,
we don't like Facebook jail. So, Crystal, what is a quote that inspires you?
Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I am possible. Aubrey Hepburn.
What is a book you'd say is a must-read and why?
Okay, so I want to be honest with all of you. I have trouble getting into books. Like, they have to capture me and make me feel like I am part of the story. And the book that I have read is called The Leadership Secrets of Santa Claus. And this book is absolutely incredible. Even if you don't have a team, I would highly recommend reading this, because it kind of gives you the insight on why leaders do some of the things that they do. And if you do not own this book, I would 100% recommending that you get on and you find it. It's The Leadership Secrets of Santa Claus. It'll walk you step by step on how your business, like making sure your team understands what's going on, why you're doing what you're doing. And I mean, it is just like, I cannot speak highly enough. They have this, it's available in soft cover book, digital ebook, and also audiobook. So if you have trouble reading or you just don't find the time to read and you're in your car a lot, the audiobook would be really great as well.
I'm so jumping on after this interview and getting it, because that sounds amazing.
I mean, it starts from Build a Wonderful Workshop, and it's actually Santa Claus talking in this book. Yes, I know, Santa Claus. But, and then it's your commitment letter to Santa Claus at the end. So, and in between, it's, choose your reindeer wisely, make a list and check it twice, listen to the elves, get beyond the red wagons, and share the milk and cookies. You are going to find so much great information in this book, and I will tell you, this is a very short book. It's like 90-something pages, but not all of that is reading pages. There are checklists, and each chapter has a new, so get beyond the red wagons before you get ready to get started. Or at the end, it says, help everyone accept the reality of change. Remember, the customer is really in charge. Teach the business of the business. So a book has got so much in it.
Good information. I'm excited.
It's a very quick read, and I will tell you this book was actually given to elite before I was elite. It was given to the elite leaders at one of their elite leadership summits.
Well, there you go. That's a little tidbit. If you're elite and reading it, then that's something you want to get your hands on, right?
Exactly.
So, Crystal, last question. Here on the Papa Rock Stars podcast, we like to give a weekly call challenge. So what is one thing you would challenge the listeners to do in the next 7 days to take action in their paparazzi business?
I would challenge all of you to find one thing that scares you the most and step out of your comfort zone and do that one thing. A lot of my team, it's live videos, and that's something I am challenging my team to, is doing a live video. If it's going up and talking to a random person, then go up and talk to a random stranger, give them a piece of jewelry and a business card. It's that simple. So find one thing that scares you the most that you need to do for your business and go out and do that.
Ooh, I'm excited to try this one. One of my favorite quotes recently is, "Fear means growth." And that's from Grant Cardone. He's the author of several books, but I was listening to one of his books the other day, and when he said that, it hit me like a ton of bricks. When you are fearful of something, when you have that fear of something new or something different, or just something in general like live videos, that might be exactly what you need in your business. Let's do it, rock stars. Let's show Crystal how we can take a challenge and excel at it. Thanks again, Crystal, for coming to today's show. I so appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody else, for listening. Don't forget to head over to paparockstars.com/Crystal to listen in again. You can share this with your team, with your friends, anybody that might need to listen to it, because there's awesome information, whether it's for paparazzi people or just friends and family. Thanks again for joining us, and have a rockin' week. Bye-bye.